Good morning. Welcome today. Hope you're doing great. Having a great day. Come on in. Come on in. Let me get this pulled up real quick so I can see comments. There we go. Right there. All right. Come on in. And welcome again. Welcome today. My name is Deborah, and I'm with Splash of Paint by Deborah. And we are being streamed over in Craft Around the Clock. So come on in. Hope you're having a great day. Just watched some of Miss Cindy's create a really cute little window pane thing. That was really darling. My brain, it was like, okay, what am I going to do today? So I had some odds and ends stuff that I had left. We are going to paint some, but we're going to create also. And so we're going to make a little, I'm going towards spring, Valentine-ish, kind of, maybe. Anyway, we're going to make something like that. But come on in. Let's see. I can't really see comments over there. Let me look down here. Good morning, Miss Cheryl. Good morning. Good morning. I tried to get Craft Around the Clock on my thing and in my description, and it was messing up. It would not let me. So I'll do it afterwards. But if somebody wants to put the link of Craft Around the Clock in the comments, that would be awesome. Hello, Carol Ann. Thank you for sprinkling out today. Splashing the paint. Hey, Miss Sue. Good morning, Miss Tracy. Okay, y'all, we are going to start now. I'm going to turn this down so you can see, and I'll have all my paints and stuff around me. But anyway, let's get going. So let me get you turned here. Oops, let me make sure that's on there good. Don't want it coming off. Let me loosen this up. It looks like it's really. I might have to put my hand right here, y'all. This thing is super tight. Good night. Let's see if I can loosen it up. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it, and then we'll be fine. Let me get it set so y'all can see everything. Excuse me. Okay. So what I'm using today is two little things from Dollar Tree I got, and I've had them for a while. But it's a little box, and it got paint down in the bottom, but I'm not going to use that. We're going to use it this way. And then a little birdhouse. And we're going to make a little structure like this. But then I'm going to paint some little flowers on it and all that. So just come on in and let's start. Good morning, Sweetie's Creation, Miss Sheila. Good morning, good morning. LaGina, good morning. George Ann, good morning. Vicky, my friend, good morning. Okay, I'm going to do it. Normally, I like to go with, when I'm doing something like this, and it's more like Valentine, to go with stark white colors, but I may use the plaster color and add just maybe a little bit of white to it. Chalk paint. We're going to start with that. You know what? I think I'm going to start with this. I may change my mind, but we'll start with that, and then I'll go from there. I may change it to green, but I want to start with a chalk paint because that will help it for my paint. It'll help my paint not to soak in if I use acrylic paint. So we're going to start with the chalk paint and just get it in there, and it's a good color. It's more of an off-white, the plaster. Let me pull it on up just a little bit more. Let's see. I'm trying to see. It's like, okay, wait, I got to find me back, y'all. Because it's not, it says I'm live, but I hadn't even started painting yet. But hello, there it is, finally. Hi, Carol Ann. Today is National Penguin Day. Well, happy National Penguin Day. Hey, Vermar Designs, and I think that is Mara Mira. I always say her name wrong. I know her because I've known her ever since I've been on Craft Around the Clock, but I've met her in person, and she's a sweet lady. And I've lost all my All my comments went away. Okay, there we are. Good morning, Kelly and Mary. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Gail. It's afternoon from Detroit. Good afternoon for you. Hey, Carla. Hello, hello. And Christy, thank you for sprinkling. Thank you. And Kamala, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Up, y'all. Just knocked my camera. So we're just going to get this done really quick because I know this is boring. This is the boring part. But I want y'all to know what I do and how I do it. I guess I could have done part of it. But I knew it wouldn't take me long to get this painted just with some chalk paint. And it dries pretty fast. Don't have to be perfect with it. But I'm thinking about painting it a green. Normally I do it in white. I don't know. I may leave it the white because the flowers would really show up. I don't know. Okay, this. Do y'all want this in a red or this in green? Let me know. It'd be a soft green. Let me find the green and I will show y'all. I will probably do it in this green, which is a excuse me, a mossy green, or either a red like that. So let me know. 1 is the green, 2 is the red. So if y'all will just help me out here, I'm really not knowing. I love the red and I love the green. So just help me out. And I'm going to paint flowers on it, so that will determine too how I do my flowers. So just let me know in the comments if you would like to see the birdhouse in the green or in the red. So I think I'm going to leave it this and just distress it some with some wax. So let me just get it on here. Just kind of, it don't have to be perfect. So we've got that done. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect. Let me just get right here on the top. Right here on the edge. Okay, we are done with our little case there. So if you would like the birdhouse to be green, put 1. If you'd like it red, put 2. And let me know. Okay, let me go back and look. I've got a red. I've got 2 reds. I've got a green. I've got a green. That's 2 greens, 3 greens, 3 reds. We're tied, y'all. We got 3 and 3 right now. Oh, there's a 4 green. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time waiting because I know my time. There's another red, y'all. We are tied. I need just one more person to vote so that way we can untie it. So, wait. 1 is the green, 2 is the red. So let's see. Let me count again. Let me go back. Okay, there's a red, which is number 2. There's 2 reds. There's a green. There's a green. There's a green. There's 3 greens. There's 3 greens, 3 reds, 4 greens, 5 greens, 6 greens. Okay, y'all, we got the greens have got it. So we're going to do it in green. So while that's drying really quick, we're going to go ahead and paint our birdhouse so it can dry while we start on this, and then I can put some roses or little flowers or whatever on this. We're going to do kind of like a rose type thing, and I'm going to show you an easy way to do it. It's not hard. So I'm just going to get another little paintbrush, and we're going to start with this green here. It's a little bit darker than I want, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to not dilute it, but I am going to add a lighter tone and just see. Let me just experiment here, and I'll get y'all to help me. Oh, that paint is so watery. Goodness. So let me just lighten it up just a tad, and I'll show y'all. Okay, let me get a little bit more white in it, and then I'll think I like this over here a little bit better. So I'm just going to do it just like that. And I'm going to mix a little bit of white into it just to tone it down just a little, because I don't want it too dark. So let me go back over it real good. Yes, I like that color right there. So we're going to get that paint on it, just get it going. I don't even know if, I'm guessing Dollar Tree still has it. I haven't been in Dollar Tree in a while. I had so much stuff, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to use up what I have before I buy anything else. So let's see what everybody's doing today. Hey, Amanda. Okay, well, the greens have got it, so we're definitely going with green. I love the red, but like I said, I usually do it in red. Good morning, Totally Together Crafting by Brenda, my sweet friend, and all my other friends. If you see one of my crafting sisters on here, and you're not following them, you want to follow them because they have got some awesome ideas. And if you don't have time to watch everybody, all at once, just go back for replays or whatever. Watch it in little bits and pieces. That's what I have to do. And because we appreciate everyone that comes on and that watches us. But we're going to get this on. I'm trying to get this done because my flowers may take me a little bit longer. Not too long, but we want to decorate everything. Like I said, I wanted to kind of go in a spring mood, and I know it's not spring. I know we're fixing to get this big old cold front, and we're getting ice. So we're not getting the snow, but we're getting the nasty old ice. But anyway, I wanted to go with this today and just do something different. January is kind of hard for me sometimes to think up what to do, because really by the time I get past Christmas, I'm from the South. If you do not know me, my name is Deborah, and I teach acrylic painting online, in person, do paint parties and all that. I also do crafts. I love doing crafts like this and then paint on them or whatever. But I'm from the South, and right now I am in Mississippi. We've been here 9 years. South of Jackson, about an hour, and then we are about an hour, from an hour and 15 to an hour and a half from New Orleans. So that kind of gives you an idea where I'm at. I'm not originally from Mississippi, but we don't get a lot of, we'll get it cold, but we don't get snow and all that. So once Christmas is gone and January gets here, it's like, okay, I'm tired of winter. So, and we had some awesome which I think most of the states did, some warm weather. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some white and just do some little white streaks in it, just to give it a little bit more dimension. See how that does? So we're just going to take a little bit of white just to get it in there. And y'all, I will look at comments every now and then. So you think y'all are getting ice, not snow either. I know it. I'd rather have the snow than the ice. I do not like ice. Do not like it. Hey, June, I didn't see you on there, love. Hey, Darla. No, it's either Darla or Darlia. And Amy and Kelly and Becky. Let's see if I missed Ashley, Diane, Carla. I think I've got everybody that I can see. A lot of times I don't see everybody till after I'm off my live, and then you'll see my add just a little bit more green on top of that. But I want those little white streaks in it just to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to wet my brush just a little bit, get a little bit more white. We're going to put some on the side and then in the front. I'm going to do the same thing. Get me some white, and then I'm going to streak it in there. And a lot of times, if you're painting with acrylic paints, if you've never painted with acrylic paints, it is a very easy paint to paint with. It lets you correct your mistakes. All kinds of stuff. It is just one of the easiest paints to paint with when you're painting. Like if you make a boo-boo on your painting, you can correct it. You can wipe it off or just correct it. Okay, we've got that done. So I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to go back to our block here. And I'm going to wipe my fingers too, so I don't get green all over there. Okay, let me see. Somebody said something. It's cold weather making us craft for spring to warm us up a bit. Absolutely. You're about 15 minutes on the other side of New Orleans. Well, that's awesome, Cheryl. Yeah, you're not far from me, really. Okay, I'm going to take this and just kind of lightly dry it, y'all. We're not going to spend a lot of time drying. There we go. That's all we're doing. Okay, now I do want to take and distress this just a little bit, and I'm just going to use wax. Now, if you don't have wax, I have used brown paint before, and what I do is water it down. I don't use straight brown paint. Let me give you an idea. Let's see if I've got some dark enough I want to use. This may be dark enough. It's dark enough that it's dry. I had it for a paint party and left it in here to see if I could use it, but it's already dry. But what I do, I take it and I put it on whatever you have, put a little bit of brown paint, some water, and then just take a messy looking brush, and I'm going to show you a messy looking brush. See, like this, and put it on there, and then just kind of scrape it on. But I am going to use just some wax, and I'm going to use my finger. I'm not even going to use the little thingamajig, the little sponge thing. I'm going to just kind of wipe it on and just get some wax on there. I just want mainly around the edges and in the front some. And it's going to look a little bit messy. I may have to put a little bit more paint there. I want it kind of in between these cracks, and that's hard to do. So I'm just going to do it like this, y'all. Then I'll come back with some paint, and we'll straighten out what I don't want on there. But I do want some on these edges. Just like that. Now, a way you can do this also is paint your whatever you're using. If you're using a crate like this, paint it brown or black. Then dry it, and then use your whatever your top coat color paint is, and then just sand it. That's another way to do it. I've done that before. I'm just going to get some on here, and then I'm going to straighten it out. I'm going to show you how I'm going to straighten it out. I'm just going to get some of that wax on there at the bottom. Okay. Okay. There are several ways you can do things if you do not have wax, and if you can't afford to buy it. Let's put it that way. You can also make your own, like I said, with paint, or you could use the grunge, which is the coffee. You could use that, and just use. I'm just going to come back with some paint where I did too much, and just straighten it out there. See how that just makes it really grungy looking, and I can just, if I don't want it quite that thick, just come back and just rub some paint on it. Very simple, not hard. Okay, we are done with that. So what I want to do first, I want to figure out where I want to place my little birdhouse. So let me dry it real quick, because I don't want green paint getting on, and I've got green paint on the bottom somehow. But anyway, we're going to dry it, and it doesn't take long with that acrylic nor the chalk paint. It dries relatively fast. So we're going to just give a little quick dry on it. Okay. I'm going to make sure nothing's on it. Now I'm going to use a couple of these to put my, you could only use one, but I'm going to use two. And I think I'm going to go like this with it, crooked. But before I do that, we are going to paint these. And let me go ahead and, I forgot about those, John. I apologize. I forgot I was going to put those on it. I didn't forget I was going to put them. I just forgot to paint them. That's all it was. So we're just going to paint just the top and the side. Well, not even the top. All I need is the sides and the back. So we don't even need the top done. Just those, just the sides is all we need. Because that's all you're going to see. It's just the sides and the front and the back of it. So we're just going to get that in there, get that on there. And I want it to mesh into whatever color my box is instead of the green. So there we go. Fast and quick and easy. Okay, before I, hey Marcia, or it could be Marcia, you know how crazy I am. We're going to take, I wanted a little heart. So I wanted it kind of wonky looking. So I did it wonky looking. So, but what I want to do before I do anything with this heart, is this the one I wanted? No, this is the one I wanted. Why did I cut that one out? Anyway, I was going to strip it, but I don't know if I can since it's so thin. I was thinking I did it. Let me do this one. We're going to use this one because I want to take part of the, I don't want it all like this, and I don't want it all like this. I just want to take some paper off of it. Let's take this side off right here. I'm going to wet that little piece, and I know y'all have seen this. Most of you have. If you haven't, this is very easy to do. Thought I had some wooden hearts, and when I couldn't find them last night, I said, you know what? We're going to just do cardboard heart. It will work perfectly, and then we're just going to tear it now. I'm going to tear it along that edge there, and I want it just rough looking right through here. So then we've got a little torn part. And I know a lot of you have seen this. A lot of you haven't, maybe. So just in case you haven't, I'm going to show you how to do it. Now what I want to do with mine, I think I want to take, let me watch my time. Okay, I have 25 minutes. Okay, let me think. I got to think, make sure I've got enough time to do all this. I've got some, and I'm looking over here at it. I got to get it. Let me see. If I can't find it in like 2 seconds, I will move on because we are on a time schedule. Let me look on my side. I usually keep it beside me on the floor. That way I will know where it's at. But today, apparently, when I used it last, and that was not that long ago. It was like Christmas I used it. I don't see it. Okay, you know what? We're going to go on and we're just going to paint. Now, there is a way that you can make a thickener, and I think I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to use a cup here. Ooh, and it's got paint in the bottom of it. Let me clean it out. We're going to just take some powder. I want it to be kind of roughed in. So let me get some baby powder right here. You know, you would think, I'll probably see it once I get through. I'm just going to put just some baby powder in a cup. Then I'm going to put some Elmer's type school glue in there. I'm going to take the lid off so I can get it in there, because I want it to adhere to whatever I'm doing. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon or more. And then some paint. And I'm going to use the plaster color of chalk paint. You know what? No, I'm going to use red. I'm not going to, well, yeah, no, I'm going to use the plaster because you don't want it the color. You just want some paint in there. And then we'll paint over it red once I get through. Come on, paint. It wants to go slow. There we go. I did about a little over a tablespoon maybe. And then probably just a drop or two of water. Now sometimes this mixture, if you don't get enough glue or you get too much glue, it will crackle your project. Most of the time, I don't care. You know, I like the crackle look. It doesn't crackle it a lot, you know, like you would see. But it does have some sort of crackle. So I'm just going to mix it together. I do need a little bit more water. So I'm going to put a little bit more water. And we're just going to stir it till I get a paste. I just want a paste right now. Because I want my, there we go. It's just a thick paste. Okay, so I wanted it thick. I was going to use plaster, but I don't see my jar, so we're going to use this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, you want to use probably an older paintbrush or even use one of these, a palette tool. And I am going to take it, and I am just going to get it on my heart here. And it's going to give it texture and just make it look better than just a piece of cardboard. I'm going to get the edges here, and I want to fill in, you may not, but I want to fill in the little piece, those little holes there. Yeah, I don't want them showing. So I'm just going to fill them in just like that. Just get it all filled in. Now, I've done all kinds of stuff. Well, the last time I used this, not this, but the last time I did a project using the plaster was a snowman. And so we filled in all the holes, and you couldn't even tell that it was a cardboard snowman. So this just helps a lot. Now, I am going to put some color in here, but then I'm going to wipe this because I want those little areas to be seen right there. I like the look of that. So let me get it all in the middle here. Now, this is a little bit messy. I'm going to get the little holes right next to that, and then I'm going to push it with my finger. I use my fingers. I'm a painter. I use my fingers. It doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, wear gloves, plastic gloves, or just use something that your hands don't get nasty. So I'm going to lay it right here. I'm going to have to be careful because it may stick to that. But I'm going to lay it there, and I'm going to clean my hands off very quickly. And we're going to just dry it. And all I want is the top coat dried. The whole thing does not have to dry. It will take a while for it to dry. I just want the top coat to get dry so I can go ahead and paint it in red. How many have used this method? I know I've shown several times on here. This method. I don't know if you've ever tried it. Hey, Donna. Okay, we've got that top coat just about dry. I want to make sure my edges are... Okay, I'm going to turn it upside down just to get the back side just kind of dry just a little. And it really won't matter because of the color I did it. Okay, let's go ahead and paint this red. I'm going to wipe this off. And I'm going to use this, and we're going to use red to paint this. So I love this color red here. And so we're just going to take a brush here. Let me just use the one I've been using because it's a wide brush and I'll get it done fast. So I'm just using this red acrylic paint, and we're just going to go on it and get that red done. Just put some red on it. I love the way that it gives it dimension. If you just like a smooth surface, this is not for you on this particular project. Now, there are times you may not want a smooth surface, but if you like just a smooth surface, this is not it. So we're just going to do a little bit there. I'm going to get the edges because I don't want that white showing. See how some of that white's coming off on it. So I'm going to do it a little bit thicker and just go across. Okay, that's good enough right there. So we're going to let that dry. And while that's drying, we're going to go ahead and glue. Let me see if my glue gun's ready to go. I think it is. So it doesn't really matter which side. I had a time with it last time. It acted like it didn't want to do. So we're going to see if it will do today. I got a piece stuck up in it or something. I don't know. We may just be using regular glue, and that's perfectly fine. It will glue, but it won't be as fast holding. Okay, there it comes. It's just a little piece of something. I don't know. A piece of glue got stuck on the side. I don't know. I'm probably going to have to clean it. Oh, yeah, wait, let me clean it off. It's coming out. Something got in it or something. I don't know. Ooh, burnt glue there. Okay, I'm going to get that glue out, and then we should be even burnt glue. I'm going to just use it, y'all. It had something burnt up in it. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to lay it on the sides there. I'm going to get my other little piece, and we're going to do the same thing. I just want stability for my birdhouse, and then we're going to paint on the birdhouse. And really, I ought to do it here because I don't know where that glue's going if I do it on the bottom. So we're going to do it there, and then we're going to place our little house here like that. Okay, now I'm going to start painting just some little flowers on it. I'm going to let this dry, and it's going to go on the front. I'm watching my time. I'll have 15 minutes. So I'm going to get the flowers painted. I'm going to use a small brush or a smaller brush. I do have some flowers already ready just in case that I'm going to put. I'm going to go ahead and put them because, and I did add white to it, so I'll probably distress some of it and put it right here. But anyway, just got some little stars on it. Got whatever it's called. Y'all know what it is. Let's see. It's been so long since I've used it. I forget what it's called. I don't do a lot of that anymore. Okay, I'm going to use a small brush here. And I am going to take red first. We're going to paint on the front. I'm going to start down here. And all I'm going to do first is just paint kind of a circle just to get some movement. Can y'all see that? Let me pull it down so y'all can see it a little bit better. So we're just going to do some little marks on it like this. Then I'm going to pick up some white. And then I'm just going to start doing some little marks in it. Just getting some little marks done in it. Don't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect. I am going to get some right there. So I do want it coming around. You want to just get some white and red moving around. I'm going to get a little bit more red. I think I want it to be a circle instead of up and down. So we're going to go ahead and do some white on this side. Just put some more little red spots in there. Don't have to be perfect, like I said. You just want to do little pieces of white or whatever color you want to go with. I'm doing the white and red, so I'm going to do a little bit darker out. Make it a little bit bigger on the top side. Pick up my white again, and we're just going to do some little curves like this. Get some little marks in there. My white paint is not the greatest. And then just make sure I've got some little red places in there. I want that center to be a dark red, so I'm going to just do it just like that. And then I'm going to go off on the side, because this one needs to go off on the side. Then it just gives us a little bit more movement. And this is just an impression of a flower, so that's why it's not hard at all. So we're going to move on up. We're going to go, and I'll do some little leaves there, but we're going to move up here, and I'm going to do one right here. This time, I'm just going to make kind of a U shape right here. Well, I may go ahead and do it a little bit more. I'm just going to do some little marks. Can y'all see that? Some little marks coming up like that. Then I'm going to take my white. Someone said, hey, Deborah, and I'm saying, hey, back. I will have to go back and see who that was. But I'm so glad y'all are all here today. I'm just going to make some little curved marks. Some little curvy marks in here. Just here and there. We're just going to do some little curves just to give it a little bit more dimension. Put a little bit more red right through here. Let me get it up in there. I need to change brushes, y'all. This one is not quite small enough. Let me see if I got a smaller one here. Yeah, I do. Let me get this one. Need a little bit smaller than that. Let me wet it. Okay. Then I'm going to get my white. since this is, boom, had water. This is the way you can straighten up your acrylic. You can wipe it off or just paint right back over it. When I saw that, I saw it coming. I'm going to do some little marks right there with my brush. Then I'm going to take the white again. Too much white. Got too much water on my paintbrush. There we go. We're just going to do some little curves and commas like that. Just to get some dimension on this. I'm going to bring them on up into that. Nothing hard. So we're going to do another small one right over here beside it. Let me watch my time. Okay, I got 10 minutes. We're doing good, y'all. We're doing good. By faith, we're doing good. Okay, I'm going to do it kind of a circle on this one. We get quite a bit of red on there. Wipe my brush off, pick up my white, and then I'm going to start up. Got too much white, and tap it off. I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to just do some little marks like that, and then I'm going to take and start doing curves from that point. Just bring them on around like this, and see how easy that little flower is. I'm going to get some green, and I'm going to do this. Well, I don't have to do a darker green. I'm going to use it's an olive green. I'm going to use this olive green. Start to say I use green, but I can't use that green. It would just disappear in my picture. So we're just going to do some easy little flowers. I'm just going to do little parentheses as flower, and then fill it in. I'm going to do, as a leaf, do it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to do one right here. We're just doing little comma, just two little comma things. Then I'm going to do just a line going down like that to bring them all together. I really don't know if I can get a leaf on that one, but we will on this one. I'm going to do one on this side. Now what I like to do, I probably won't do it if I don't have time, but I'll let you know. I will do it when I get through. I like to add 2 different colors of green, so I like a really bright green on top of whatever else I'm painting. I'm going to do a leaf, I think right here on this side, on the top of that, right there. And I like to use, it's called Lime Tree. Let me go ahead and do it, because I'm going to do some flowers there. And since you've seen me do those flowers, at least you'll know what I'll do if I don't get it all done. I like to take the lighter green and just come in here with some lighter green on top of that leaf. And it just gives it a little bit more dimension. If you're new to acrylic paints, acrylic paint loves layers of color. So it's not a one-tone painting. It loves just 2 or more layers of color, and you can see why. We're going to come back over this just a little bit with that light green, and then let me go ahead and put, what did I do? I stuck that in there. Wrong cup. Let me wash off my brush. We're going to go ahead and put our stuff together. So let me get the heart. And I am going to dry it, because as you can see, it is still wet. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still wet. I'm going to move it over so you can see it. I hope y'all saw all that. I didn't even pay attention. So we're drying our heart, the very top layer. I'm not going to worry about the rest of it. I'm glad y'all like it. Thank y'all for being here. If you see any crafting sisters and you're not following them, please do. Hey, Linda, they're not hard to do, I promise. They are not hard to do. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. See, it's crackling a little. I don't mind that. Depends on your ratio of your glue, how much it crackles. If you don't want the crackle after you've dried it, you could come back with your red or whatever color you're using. And then I got to get this off. And then just... there we go. Okay, let me get this on the front of our little piece here. Let me get some glue. And then we'll put our flower on it. And then if I still have time, let's see where I'm going to put it, like that, I think. I'm just going to do it in the middle. I don't need a lot of glue since this is just cardboard and we just added texture to it. So we're going to just do it just like that. I don't want to press down too hard. Okay, then we've got our flour. Now what I don't know, I may not. So I started to say I might come back and distress some of this, but I don't think I am because I do have white there. So it's just a scrap pieces of ribbon. It's got a little cute little hangy thing there, and we've got our little straw stuff here. So we're just going to set that right there and glue that on. And just, I'm going to press it close up because we have that little, there we go. Okay, so this is it thus far. Now, on this, I will put a spray on my Birdhouse. It's called Kamar spray, and I'll show you. I've got it right here. I'll go ahead and do it. Let me lift it up. I buy it from Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Home Depot, any of those, called Kamar Varnish, excuse me. And it just gives it a light shimmer. It doesn't, and it will keep it from hurting my paint. But see how that looks with that? Now we're going to do a few more. What time do I have? Okay, yeah, I've got time to do a few more little flowers on the top of this. I will trim that little piece off when I get through. That way I don't waste time doing that. So we're going to do a few little flowers right there. And I will touch up right there. You can always touch up. It's not hard to touch up your stuff. So I just need to get some red right there. Okay. Now we're going to do some flowers right here. And I'm going to do them pretty much the same way. I'm going to take my red. And I think I am going to start in the corner first. We're going to start right here. And I'm just going to kind of see how I'm doing it, y'all. Let me pull it down and make sure y'all can see what I am doing. Okay, see how I'm just making marks here? I'm just letting my paintbrush kind of make some marks in it to give me some movement in my flower. Not hard. You just let the paintbrush do it. And I'm using a number. This is a number 00. So it depends on what size you want. Then I'm just going to take at the top and we're going to do some little white, just some little white little marks right at the top. Let me get a little bit more red. I want to go a little further up with it. So let me get on up there and then I'll take my white and we'll do some white little marks right there. Not hard, not hard. And then all we're going to do is take the sides and we're just going to start doing some little commas and colons and curves and C's and U's. You want curved shapes is what you want. We'll come back with some red that's drying out and you want your paint to be wet. So right here I do want it dark because I want that to be my center of my flower. So then I'm going to come back along the edge and just get that in there just like that. See, it's not hard, not hard. Okay, I'm going to do another smaller one right here. So we're just going to do it the same way pretty much. Just going to get it in there. Just make some little marks. It's kind of a semi-circle and then the top is kind of just bumpy looking. So then again, I'm going to take my little white and we're going to do some little white marks up in here. And then just do some little curves and all that in it. Just to give it some movement. Very simple. Not hard, not hard. I'm going to go ahead and put some leaves here. I'm going to do a leaf right here. And I'm going to do one. I may just do a little line like that. Then do another one coming this way. I really don't like the leaves, but we're going to leave it. I'm going to do a little line coming up this way. Oh, let me do it this way. Just kind of like that. What time is it? Okay, my time, y'all, I have 1 minute. I'm going to do one more right here. We're going to do one right here. Do it really, really, really quick. Do another flower right here. And see how I'm doing the top. Then you take your other colors. It's whatever color you want. And then just do some little marks at the top. And then start doing your curves in. Very, very easy, not hard. And there's our flowers on top. And there's our little birdhouse and all. But I'll put some more leaves on it. But I thank y'all for joining me so very much today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Stay warm, stay safe. I know it's going to be bad weather, so please stay safe. But there is our little, just a cute little set on anywhere, on a shelf or whatever. But I hope y'all have a great one. Bye, y'all. Go watch the next crafter on Craft on the Clock. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye.